Hello, everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of Football of the Century. I'm your host. My name is Stephen Hurry, and on this show, if you're new to the show, this is where we break down every game from the NFL's 100th season. We start with the Thursday game, which is between the Jaguars and the Titans. The Jaguars forced 9 sacks on Marcus Mariota, and Gardner Minshew threw 204 yards and 2 touchdowns, as the Jaguars went on to win that game 20-7. The first 1 o'clock game of the day was the Bills and the Bengals. The Bills got up to a 14-0 lead and kept it for most of the game, but the Bengals came all the way back and took a 17-14 lead in the fourth quarter. A Frank Gore touchdown with 1 minute and 50 seconds left gave the Bills a 21-17 lead, in which the defense kept as they intercepted an Andy Dalton pass in the red zone to secure the victory. Cowboys-Dolphins. The Cowboys struggled against the 0-2 Dolphins, leading only 10-6 and almost trailing at halftime. Had not been for a fumble from Kenyon Drake, the Dolphins could have led at halftime, but the Cowboys had a strong second half and their 31-6 win. And Zeke Elliott and Tony Pollard both rushed for 100 yards for the Cowboys in the victory. Packers-Broncos. The Packers defense does it again as they force 6 sacks on Joe Flacco, and the Packers win 27-16. Packers are 3-0 for the first time since 2015. Colts-Falcons. Colts were up 13-0 early and never let up. The Falcons did wind up coming back somehow, but it wasn't enough as the Colts went on to win 27-24. Next game is the Chiefs and the Ravens, which is the most anticipated matchup of the week, and it kind of lived up to the hype. Pat Mahomes threw for 374 yards and 3 touchdowns as the Chiefs went on to win 33-28. The story of the game for the Ravens, though, was not Lamar Jackson. It was actually Mark Ingram, who scored 3 rushing touchdowns in the loss. Vikings Raiders. It was Dalvin Cook's show once again as Dalvin Cook ran for 100 yards for the third consecutive game. He's just the third quarterback to do so in such time. And Cousins had a pretty impressive outing. He completed 15 of 21 passes in the 34-14 Vikings victory. Patriots Jets. Patriots opened up a 20-0 lead en route to a 30-14 win. The Patriots gave up 2 touchdowns, one on special teams, and one when Jarrett Stidham, backup quarterback of New England, threw a pick 6 to Jamal Adams. Julian Edelman left the game in the second quarter with a rib injury. X-rays are negative. The win for the Patriots is their 116th this decade, which breaks their old NFL record of 115, which they got from 2000 to 2009. Eagles-Lions. No Jackson, no Jeffrey, no problem for the Lions, as the Eagles wound up losing 27-24 at home to Detroit. Eagles dropped 7 passes in the game, including the 4th down pass at the end of the game. Cardinals-Panthers. Kyle Allen stepped in for Cam Newton and impressed with 4 touchdown passes, and Christian McCaffrey rushed for 153 yards as the Panthers went on to win 38-20. Bucs-Giants was the game of the week as Daniel Jones scored 4 total touchdowns for the G-Men, and the Giants upset win over the Bucs 32-31. Tampa Bay did have a chance to win, but their kicker, Matthew Gay, missed a field goal wide right as time expired. Unfortunately for Giants fans, however, there's some bad news. Saquon Barkley is out 4 to 8 weeks with a high ankle sprain. Big loss for the Giants. Texans, Chargers. Deshaun Watson threw for 3 touchdowns and wasn't sacked, as the defense forced 5 sacks on Phillip Rivers, and the Texans 27-20 victory in L.A. Niners-Steelers, back and forth game, but the Steelers turned it over on downs on the final play of the game as the Niners went on to win 24-20. They are 3-0, one of the 7 teams heading into Week 4 after the 3-0 record. Seahawks-Saints. Saints went on a road behind Alvin Kamara's 161 total yards and 2 total touchdowns. Even without Drew Brees, the Saints find a way to win. Browns-Rams. Sunday Night Football. The end zone interception from Baker Mayfield. 33 seconds left. Quit a 20-13 victory for the LA Rams. First time Sunday Night Football had been in Cleveland since 2008. Monday Night Football was a doozy with the Bears and the Redskins. Taylor Gabriel had 3 touchdown receptions in the first half alone. Khalil Mack had 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and the defense as a whole forced 4 sacks on Case Keenum as the Bears went on to win big time over the Redskins to close out Week 3 of the NFL season. Week 4 coming up, the Thursday night game this week. The Eagles travel to Lambeau to take on Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Thursday Night Football returns to Fox this week, so you can catch the Eagles-Packers game. 7:30 Eastern coverage begins on Fox, NFL Network, Amazon Prime Video, and anywhere else the game might be available. This has been the latest episode of Football of the Century. I'm your host. My name is Stephen I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next week, right here on Football of the Century.